In New York City at the 2024 SVG Digital Engagement Forum, Brandon Gossett from Sports Video Group. Honored to be joined by Allison Loucks from ESPN. Allison was one of the keynote speakers at today's event. Allison, thank you so much for being here, sharing your expertise with the crowd. How's everything going? Hope you've enjoyed the event so far.
Yeah, this has been great. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, it was awesome to be able to have you on stage to kind of talk about all of the things that you and your team are bringing not only to the live game broadcast, but also to various digital products, whether that's streaming, apps, whatever it may be. Analytics' role in improving the fan experience. You talked about how you'd like to view this through a storytelling lens. What are some of the things that the team has worked on that you feel have really shown what the ESPN Analytics team is all about?
So ESPN Analytics, really over the past couple of years is become kind of ubiquitous across what we do. Analytics in general just becoming a bit more accepted and so forth. Some of the things that we've done in recent months and years that I'm pretty excited about. Just kind of elevating the rhetoric around fourth downs. We've got fourth down recommendations, whether a team should go for it or kick. That's been implemented in our Monday Night Football broadcasts and our highest profile college football. We're right now in the throes of March Madness. Really excited. We've got some cool products rolling out. Just in the next week or so around the ESPN Tournament Challenge. We have on the actual Tournament Challenge, we have a bracket predictor, a group forecast, which is all powered by ESPN Analytics, which will give you the chance, give all the users your chance to win your bracket pool at that point in time. Not only that, but your chance to finish in the top 3, top 5, depending on if your bracket has money, right in certain spots, as well as showing you what your best path is to winning your bracket pool. So excited about that. Also coming out tomorrow, Thursday, the first day of the tournament, we will have a live projections page for both the men's and the women's, so you can follow your favorite teams and see their chances to make the Sweet 16, the Final Four, and ultimately win the championship.
Fascinating stuff. Also, we're at the dawn of the new baseball season. We talked a lot about win probability also during the conversation here at the event today. What are some of the things that your team has done that you feel like really, and again, I don't know if this is the right term, I said this on stage, like when analytics can graduate, if you will, into the main broadcast where it's like, all right, I feel like the regular viewer will be able to handle this and be able to take that in. What's that conversation like for you and your team who are very into this stuff, but being able to step out of your own shoes and go, okay, does this make sense to the average viewer? How do you handle that? People on, I have the most brilliant people working on the ESPN Analytics team, and they're brilliant not only at being data scientists and engineers and developers and the expertise, but they're also really good fans, and they're able to kind of go back and forth between those two worlds. But ultimately, like what analytics we're trying to do is we're trying to answer the questions that fans have, and in sports, the questions that everything always comes back to winning, making the playoffs, winning the championship. So everything we do that can tie back to that is the easiest sell, and doing it and chance to win is such an easy concept for people to comprehend. So that's where we've really leaned into. And you mentioned MLB this morning on the opening MLB game. I think it was over in Korea. We had live in-game win probability embedded in the score bug for the first time. So very cool, very exciting. Obviously, when we talk about winning, ESPN Bet has recently been introduced. It's only about maybe 4 or 5 months old. What's that relationship like? Obviously, that's an entirely new product. ESPN, you guys have said, wanting to integrate it within the regular ESPN app to drive people to the ESPN Bet app. How does analytics fit into all that, and are you contributing that to any way? Is there a weird church and state kind of a situation? You obviously have your partners in Penn, but I don't know. In what way is your team enhancing any of the betting things that might be going on at the company?
Yes to all of the above. Analytics and sports betting, and there's so much overlap there, just with everything, just with numbers. Obviously, sports books, they have their own data scientists, and they come up with their own algorithms and so forth. Our role from an ESPN analytics standpoint is goes back to storytelling, and there's a lot of really good stories to tell with data around sports betting. And yes, we also want to, be in a position to help
our fans be more comfortable and educated in the sports betting space. And so we try to put out data and content to kind of help in there. We're actually working on a couple things that we hope to roll out sometime in the next, within the next year. An NBA cover probability. So, track your chance to cover the spread that that you had bet on, or even the game total. And we also have done NBA player projections, game level box score projections, which can be used for both fantasy and sports betting purposes. If you're talking about like a game prop, player prop.
Very, very cool stuff. Well, Allison, we appreciate you coming out for the event today. Thanks so much for sharing your expertise with our audience and the industry. And it's been a pleasure. Thanks so much for being here.
Okay. Thank you very much, Brandon. It's been a pleasure.
All right, for more of everything going on here at the 2024 SVG Digital Engagement Forum, you can head on over to our website at sportsvideo.org, and you can watch all the sessions from the main stage over at our video platform, SVG Play, in the coming weeks.